Let's go. Detached ADUs. If a detached two-story ADU can be built according to the height allowances required under state ADU law, while remaining compliant with the building code, a local agency cannot deny an ADU application to create a two-story ADU, irrespective of underlying zoning that might restrict a primary dwelling to one story. Haha. So, what's the height limit? 16 feet on a lot with a proposed or existing single-family, multifamily dwelling unit. 18 feet on a lot with an existing or proposed single-family or multi-dwelling unit, including an additional 2 feet to accommodate roof pitch that aligns with the primary dwelling when the lot is a half mile from a major transit stop or high-quality transit corridor. And so that's something to think about as two-story. I'm a big fan. If you just want to build one ADU, my recommendation is don't spread out over your land. Conserve your land and build up. It might cost a little more, but it'll also rent for a little more too, because you've got some nice land. On attached ADUs, 25 feet or the height limitation that applies to the primary dwelling. So it's going to kind of depend, and you're going to see these numbers be increased over time. But basically, the message to the municipality is, for heaven's sakes, let them have a two-story freaking ADU. Okay. Um, is there a limit on the number of stories in an ADU? There is no limit on the number of stories in ADU law. A local agency must allow at least two stories, and an attached ADU may be built to the height of zoning for the primary dwelling or up to 25 feet, whichever is lower. Cool. Are there tools to determine if a project qualifies for 18 feet in height? In other words, how do I tell if my property is near a mass transit corridor? Yes. There are the California State Geoportal features an interactive map and searchable database. So you look up your address to find out if you're on a high quality transit corridor, and that can tell you how big you can build, et cetera, how many units.